Dear students, I welcome you all for today's class. I hope you all understood the previous class, atomic radius and ionic radii. In continuation with our previous class, today we shall learn the remaining properties of element, that is ionization energy, electron affinity and electronegativity. One important property that is related to the element is ionization energy. It is abbreviated as IE. Ionization energy is measured in kilojoules per mole. Now let's learn the definition of ionization energy. What is ionization energy? Ionization energy is the minimum energy required to remove an electron from a gaseous atom in its ground state. What does this definition say? We know the electrons move around the nucleus of an atom. Yes? So to remove an electron, some energy is needed. When that energy is given to the gaseous atom, that is to remove an electron, this gaseous atom is converted into a positively charged gaseous ion. This energy is known as ionization energy. Okay. To understand it more clearly, let me explain you in detail. You know, if the atomic size is big, then the electrons are far away from the nucleus, right? So if the electrons are far away, the nucleus can easily give away the outermost electron because the nucleus cannot hold the electrons very tightly. The electrons are far off, yes? So it is easy to remove an electron from the outermost shell. Okay, if the atomic size is small, what happens? The atomic size is small, the nucleus can hold or attract the electrons very strongly because the outermost shells are very close to the nucleus. So it requires more energy to remove the electron from the shell. This minimum energy is known as ionization energy. Now let's see how ionization energy varies in a periodic table. We know that atoms have small radii. So atomic size decreases when we move from left to right in the periodic table. So atoms with small radii have larger ionization energy. A small radius means that the electrons are being held tightly, right? It takes more energy to remove an electron. So ionization energy increases when we move from left to right in a period. Now let's see what happens when you move from top to bottom in a group. We know that when we move from top to bottom in a group, the atomic size increases because the atomic number also increases. If the size increases, the distance between the outermost shell and the nucleus also increases. Here the electrons are held loosely because they are far away from the nucleus. So to remove the outermost electron, we need only less energy. Very less energy is needed to remove the outermost electron. So each time when an electron is removed, the charge on the atom becomes positive, causing the remaining electrons to be held more tightly and making the radius smaller. So cations are smaller than the neutral atom. Now what is ionization energy? Ionization energy is the energy required to remove an electron from a gaseous atom to form a cation. So when we move from left to right in a period, atomic size decreases and ionization energy increases. And down the group, that is from top to bottom, atomic size increases and ionization energy decreases. The next important property that is related to the element is their electron affinity. It is abbreviated as Ea. We have already learnt that to remove an electron from an atom, we have to give energy to that atom. So when electron is added to the atom, some energy is released. Some amount of energy is released when a gaseous atom gains an electron to form its anion. Here anion means negatively charged ions. Okay. What is the unit of electron affinity? Here it is measured in kilojoule per mole. Now let's see the term electron affinity. Here the term electron affinity means attraction. So from the term electron affinity, we can say attraction of an electron for an atom. Well, if the attraction of electron to the atoms is more, then the amount of energy released is also more. Look at the screen. Below the definition, some equations are given. Here X is a gaseous atom and E minus means electron. So when electron is added to the gaseous atom, some energy is released, that is given as delta H, that is change in heat. When the energy is released, the atom is converted into a negative charged ion, that is anion. Okay, what happens in a period, or how does an electron affinity varies in a period? Like ionization energy, electron affinity also increases from left to right in a period. First, the atomic number increases. We know, isn't it? The atomic number increases because the periodic table is arranged in increasing atomic number. As the atomic number increases, what happens? The nuclear charge also increases. This increased nuclear charge leads to a greater pull of the outermost shell towards the nucleus. So atomic size decreases. The effective force of attraction on valence electron increases. Hence, greater energy is also released. Therefore, greater energy is released when an electron is added to the atom. Thus, electron affinity increases. Now, let's see what happens when we move from top to bottom in a periodic table. Just like in ionization energy, first the atomic size increases. Then we move from top to bottom in a group. When the nuclear charge increases, the number of shells also increases. As atomic size increases, the distance between the nucleus and the outermost electrons also increases. This leads to lesser affinity of electron towards the nucleus. So when an electron is added, lesser energy is released. Thus, electron affinity decreases when we move down a group. In noble gases, they show no tendency to accept electrons because the orbitals of noble gases are completely filled. They have stable electronic configuration. So no more electrons can be added to them. So the electron affinities of noble gases are 0. The next property is electronegativity. Now what is electronegativity? Electronegativity is the tendency of its atom to attract the shared pair of electrons towards itself. That is, electronegativity is the ability of an atom to draw electrons towards itself when electrons are shared between two atoms. Atoms sometimes fight each other for possession of electrons. Electronegativity tells you the strength of an atom in a tug of war over electrons. For example, when hydrogen and chlorine atoms come together, they share one electron each to form the covalent bond between them. Here chlorine atom has a higher electronegativity. So, chlorine will pull the electrons from the hydrogen towards itself. And thus, they form H plus and Cl minus ions because ions have a positive charge when they lose electron. So, here hydrogen atom gets the positive charge and becomes hydrogen ion, that is H plus cation. And if an atom steals electron, it will have a negative charge. So chlorine has negative charge and becomes Cl minus, that is anion. Like electron affinity, electronegativity strength also follows periodic trends. As we move from left to right in a period, atomic size decreases. As the atomic size decreases, the nuclear charge also increases. So the outermost shell is pulled towards the nucleus. Thus, electronegativity increases along the period, that is from left to right in the periodic table. On moving down the group, atomic size increases. Due to the increase in size, the distance between the outermost shell and the nucleus also increases. This leads to lesser attraction of electrons towards the nucleus. So now the nucleus exerts lesser force on the outermost shell. Therefore, the tendency to attract the electron decreases. Thus, electronegativity decreases as we move from top to bottom in a periodic table. Well, the next is the determination of electronegativity using Pauling scale. Linus Pauling scale is used to determine the electronegativity. He described electronegativity as the power of an atom in a molecule to attract electrons to itself. So it predicts the nature of bonding, that is, whether the bonding is covalent or ionic between the atoms in a molecule. Electronegativity of some of the elements are given in your textbook. That is, for fluorine is given as 4.0, chlorine 3.0, for bromine 2.8, for iodine 2.5, for hydrogen 2.1, and for sodium 1. If the difference in electronegativity between two elements is 1.7, the bond has 50% ionic character and 50% covalent character. If the difference is less than 1.7, then bond is considered as covalent. That is, it is a molecular bond. If the difference is greater than 1.7, then the bond is considered as ionic. Okay, children, let us summarize all the properties and their periodic trends. Let's see the periodic properties, atomic radius and ionic radius. Along the periods, the atomic radius and ionic radius decreases, and down the group in a periodic table, the atomic radius and ionic radius increases. If you see the ionization energy, electron affinity and electronegativity, as we move from left to right in a period, it increases. And as we move from top to bottom in a group, the ionization energy, electron affinity and electronegativity decreases. Children, I hope you all have understand. Thank you. Have a blessed day.